Hi, everybody. This is Bill. I am a salty old Marine. Today, I want to talk about something a little bit more personal and a little bit less about VA disability claims. This is personal to me. It may resonate with you. I can even say I hope it doesn't. But for those of you who, like me, suffer from PTSD or depression or anything like that, well, it may hit home. What I'm talking about is the loss of joy in the things that I used to enjoy, particularly in this case, my hobbies. Now, I've had PTSD since I was in the Marine Corps. That's how it happened. And I'm rated by the VA for PTSD, and I receive treatment from the VA, actually through the Vet Center currently, for PTSD. But it wasn't until maybe the last 10, 15 years that my PTSD really ramped up. In fact, that's when I started seeking treatment, and that's when I started seeking help from the VA in the form of therapy. But as that ramped up, my joy in things that I do for fun, the hobbies and so forth, ramped down, and markedly so. Here's some things that I used to enjoy. Now, I know they're kind of weird and not a lot of people are into this sort of thing, but it was what I was into, right? I have always enjoyed working on motorcycles and scooters. Nothing would make me happier than sitting on my little bench out in my garage with my scooter up on a jack or my motorcycle and 10 millimeter wrench in my hand and doing little things on the bike, whether it was just changing oil or doing a tune-up or checking the spark plug gap or replacing a clutch bell or drive belt in the case of my scooter, all that sort of thing. I don't know, it just kind of made me happy, right? Make the changes, button it all up, go out and take a ride around. Those were things that really made me happy. I also enjoyed being in my garage to do things like repairing old stereo gear. I used to like to strip down stereo speakers, the wooden cabinets, and refinish them. I used to do old record consoles. Do you remember record consoles with the lid that came up and the record player inside? I've restored 3 or 4 of those, and that was always kind of fun, even though in my house I don't have the room for them. Eventually, I ended up even giving them away or trying to sell them to people. But I enjoyed the art of restoring them and getting them to work again and making them sound nice and putting new fabric on the speaker grills and just all that kind of stuff. And at the same time, I got even older. I used to design and build vacuum tube amplifiers, not the guitar style, but the type you use for music, the stereo and older monophonic type stuff. So I could listen to my old music, my old records, using some authentic old vacuum tube based equipment, and I would design and build those circuits. And I've still got an office in my basement that's full of tubes and wires and solder and scopes and everything you can possibly imagine, right? But I don't do any of those anymore. They just the joy is gone. I can't bring myself to do that anymore. I feel pretty lousy about that. I miss those hobbies. A few hobbies I do still have. I like to grow flowers outside in my yard, and I like to listen to music. I still listen to music. On a Sunday when I'm doing laundry downstairs, I'll just fire up my stereo and throw an old jazz record on and sit and listen to that for a couple of hours. So I do still get some enjoyment. Those are fairly passive type things, right? They're not as active and as involved as what I used to be into, and I kind of miss that. So I found out that there's a word for this. It's called Anhedonia, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's a core symptom of both PTSD and depression, and basically it's the brain's reward system that's getting short-circuited. It's not laziness, it's not weakness, and it happens slowly. So My hobbies, they're not just hobbies, right? They're anchors, they're identity markers, they're who I am, and in a way, they're their own form of therapy. Making these videos is my own form of therapy these days, and I hope I don't lose my joy from making these videos, because I think it's important to reach out to other veterans, and that's why I'm doing this. So it's not just for me. I hope I'm doing it for you too. I hope you find some value in it. But when you lose your hobbies, it feels like you're starting to lose a part of yourself. It makes you feel more isolated and more alone. It can create a feedback loop that makes despair even worse. You sit on the couch and you think about the hobbies you used to enjoy, and you think guiltily that you'd like to go and do them, but you can't bring yourself to do them. And it just feeds back on itself. So, I don't have a happy ending for you. I haven't fixed it. But I am working on it. I watch YouTube videos about people who restore electronic equipment and about people who fix old motorcycles and scooters. And I try and take some enjoyment from that and maybe rekindle or respark some of that joy in myself. Believe me, if I could just get over it, I would. I would love to enjoy my old hobbies again. There's nothing stopping me physically. My eyes are still good enough. My hands are still steady enough. I could do it if I wanted to. I'm having trouble wanting to. And that is a symptom of both PTSD and depression. So, just to let you know, if you suffer from this as well, if the joy has been taken out of some of the things you used to like doing, you're not alone. Leave a comment. Tell me about it. Maybe we can help each other a little bit. Or maybe just talking about it will help. I hope you found this video useful. It's not the most cheerful subject in the world. I apologize. I'm Bill. I am the salty old Marine. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend. And as always, and I sincerely mean this, have a great day.